Yo, what's
Yeah,
good?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I don't really like this White Claw flavor, bro.
I don't like any of them. All white
It's
claws are bad.
it's all I
All of
got.
them.
But Danny, my roommate, I think he's the one who had these in there. It's not my beer, but
Not even a
kind of like
beer.
it.
Puh.
Kind of don't.
I'm
No
sipping on
sponsor. No
coffee,
sponsor.
bro.
No sponsor. No
No
sponsor.
sponsor. We'd like to be sponsored by White Claw. If you're listening, I was just kidding. Bro, I'm sipping on coffee right now, bro. I'm all geeked out. It's
Bro,
coffee and oat milk.
easy your free coffee at Starbucks.
Oh hell yeah, I don't pay for coffee, bro. That's why my complexion's so good, bro. I don't stress about paying for coffee. You know what I'm saying?
You think Starbucks, how it's set up? It's good. It's a good setup. You get a free drink every day.
Well, I mean, the perks are pretty like I don't know. They're like minute, like they're convenient, but it's nothing crazy. It's not like, oh, I work at Starbucks because of the free coffee. Like, oh, it's just crazy. I don't really care, you know. It's just a nice perk, but like you can get like a whole liter of cold brew at the supermarket for like $5. For like you can get a one drink at Starbucks for like six, you know.
Yeah, true.
So do that. Don't go to Starbucks, everybody. Well, what's up, everybody? It's us. It's your boys. You know what I'm saying? MJ Ortiz in the building. Crezo Go Ahead in the building.
New project out. Be linked in the bottom.
Project
New link.
out.
It'll be linked in the bottom.
Yeah, MJ just dropped the beat tape. Y'all are gonna fucking love it. My boy's only getting better with each release, man. You've been grinding this year, bro.
Gotta be
Grinding.
the hardest one in the gym, bro.
This was trying to be the swollest dude in the whole gym. But man, hey, but yeah, go check out the video. It's actually already on our YouTube page. I believe it's the last upload before our last podcast.
No. This is like a new beat tape.
Oh, another one, bro.
Yeah. So I've trying to drop a beat tape every month. I dropped the fifth one this month. Came out today, or came out 9 o'clock, or 9 o'clock here, 12 o'clock in New York.
New York. EST. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, we're here talking about two albums, bro.
Yes, we are.
Cartoons.
Homegrown.
And Shane Kupta. And how do you say the Shane Cooper? Shane Cooper. How do you say the last one?
Shane Cooper and MABUTA, I think. MABUTA. But it's like I think it's an acronym because it's all capital. But fuck, who knows? Maybe he just spells his name all capital, you know, like his artist name. But Shane Cooper and MABUTA. Finish the Sun is the name of the album. But first, we want to talk about Carrtoons, his new album, Homegrown.
Like that weed, bro. Like that homegrown weed.
That multi, bro. You know what I'm saying? Freaking Homegrown. What do you think of this album, man?
Soul album from New York beat maker, producer, magnificent bass player. I like this album a lot. I think this album's a great, easy listen on the ears. And I've been really busy these last 2 weeks. And so this has been a great album where I could just been having it on. And it's just one of those, it's like very soft on the ears. It's very smooth, very soulful. Yeah, I like it a lot. I think it'd be cool to put it on a party. You can put a couple of these songs on a playlist. I like a lot of the bass playing he does. I like also a lot of the chord progressions. And I like the features. So
yeah, speaking of which, my favorite feature I think would be the I believe it is right here, Lida with Ray Khalil. Man, Ray Khalil, an artist that I'm gonna be checking out now just because of this track. She spits straight bars.
Yep.
And I feel a little lighter. Where is my lighter? Oh man, when you're feeling kind of light, you need some malt that to get you a little lighter.
Yeah, I kind of like the undertones of weed. You know, Homegrown just came out in 420. The song Lida. And we smoke a lot, so listening to this really high, I don't know if that really makes a difference, but it definitely, like, it comes to, like, in a full circle, a good experience.
Absolutely. The theme, it carries out beautifully throughout it's not like a very heavy theme, you know, where he's like, you know, shouting metaphors, T-Pap style about weed, you know, like, but I think the theme is consistent and it's very graceful, you know, and it's also very nuanced. It's like you wouldn't guess by the album cover and the album name Homegrown that it was about weed, unless like you smoke weed and you kind of pick up on it throughout the album, you know. So I think that was very elegant, and I really like how they did that, or how Cartoons did that. You know, our boy. We found out about Cartoons through Twitter. Actually, we were
Yeah.
following him as he was a bass player that would post like these instrumental videos or just beat videos of him jamming out. And then he got together with Rojo JPG, who we reviewed a couple months ago now, when he dropped Octaves, and he actually made the video for Groceries, which is like the lead video. Beautiful song too.
Oh, I didn't know he made the music video.
Yeah, it was Rohan that.
Uh,
Because Rohan also does like a lot of visual and art design.
yeah, yeah, I know that. Yeah, he's always crazy. Yeah,
Mhm.
and he also hangs out with Kalen Ellis, who also just dropped a new beat tape funk tape thing. And the Count's a legend. So he's also friends with oh, I can't think of his name, the piano player. Fuck. Um oh, we always
There's so
talk about
many.
him, bro. The piano
But yeah.
player, he had a modern jazz album on Stone Throws.
Oh, Kiefer.
Yeah, he's friends with Kiefer. Yeah, so
And so all these guys we're talking about, they're like part of, I want to say an underground, but like a very tight knit like community. I don't know if it started on Twitter or whatever, but these
well,
guys
just
are
the
like
internet. It's like an internet community almost.
exactly that. Where like all these guys, they all produce, they all make music, and they interchange with each other beautifully. And honestly, it's kind of my dream, my intention, and also I imagine MJ's to like, even collab with one of these guys one day. We admire their work a lot. We look to them for a lot of our inspiration, and
And they're
we
very cool to the fans too. You
yeah,
know.
super down to earth guys. Like
Yeah.
we had Rohan and our friend Tatsumaki. Like you still even keep in touch with Tatsumaki, I think, don't you?
Yeah, I DM Tatsumaki once in a while, talking about he helps me with running Koala, the beat making app on like your phone. So
Yeah. So a lot of these artists, they're like,
damn. What happened here?
you just kind of DM them, and like they'll probably spark up a conversation. They're all super chill dudes.
Yeah. Say that again, bro, because I don't know if this happened your end, but on my end it froze. Just so I'm not
Oh,
sure if it's gonna come out like that in the video. So maybe just reiterate that.
oh no worries. I was just saying that a lot of these guys they're super down to earth. If you have any questions about music or even just want to say hi or thank you for their music, like I think most of the time they'll like reply or react to anything you have to say. You know, just and I think you should, because it's like from these really organic talented dudes that I feel like especially if you're a smaller artist, or even just you're just passionate about music, it's something that you should do. They much appreciate it. I certainly love hearing from people like, oh dude, I heard your tracks, like
Yeah.
had a lot of fun with it, like man, that makes my whole day.
And what about your favorite track on this though? I think mine's Groceries, bro. Because what I really like about this album is just like the very soulful, Motown era, just like straight. Maybe it wears its influence a little bit too much, but I like it. There's nothing really sounds like that right now. No one's really dropping that style, and so Groceries with is I want to say Nigel Hall.
Nigel Hall, yeah.
He a beautiful voice, and I think on this song he says like loving something about love. Love means you like buy your like family groceries, and I
Yeah, I
think
love that part. He was like, "Can I buy your family groceries?" And it's super sweet.
yeah,
It's super like endearing. I was touched, and it does make you reflect a little bit on the motif, right? Like, man, that kind of is true love, bro. Like, like imagine loving someone enough where you're like, "Yo, let me buy you and your family groceries. Let me take care of you, girl."
groceries expensive. Groceries expensive,
Bro, groceries run up the bill, especially if you should be eating good like me. I love me my salmon, my asparagus, bro. I fucking love for
yeah,
someone to buy me my groceries.
groceries
If
would be hella.
any sugar mamas out there want to buy my groceries, yeah. But damn, man, yeah, I love the motifs on it. I was looking for the weed metaphor around there, but I was like, I don't need to be there, man. It's already such a sweet track. But my favorite, definitely, as I mentioned, Lida with Ray Kali. It's so intoxicating. Her voice, the drums are just very high energy, and it's something that I can like play on repeat. As well as with the rest of this album, though, like you mentioned, this is a very chill album that has a lot of sustenance still, but not to the point where like it. There's a lot of music that's very nuanced that like almost calls for you to like just sit down and listen to it, not do anything else.
Yeah,
But this is definitely one of those albums to where like, yes, you can just like kind of put it on the back surface level, or if you're very familiar with instrumentation and chord progression and such, you can also sit down and digest it and have a very, very good time, you know, being like, wow, that was a really cool switch. There's a lot of sampling on this album, and there's a lot of like natural percussion and playing as well, and they're blended, and I think that's beautiful. You know, I love how some of the instruments are just taken and they're flipped while he's playing actual instruments at the same time. I thought that was a really, really cool, because it's usually one or the other, you know.
Well, I mean, yeah, and that's what I like. A lot of these songs is a lot of them do feel a little like live and a little bit more organic. You know, it doesn't sound so stiff. You know, it sounds a lot. Not, I wouldn't say like loose in a bad way. You know, but just like you know, just like human, less human. Just feels more human.
Yeah, it's more natural, like you said, organic as groceries, Trader Joe's as
Homegrown. It's
groceries.
homegrown.
It's homegrown. um,
Yeah, and the one
excuse
thing
me.
I want to say, a couple tracks are a little short, but I think if you take a step back um, and if you listen, because it's not a long album, if you listen to it like at whole, those short interlude parts, I mean, it kind of works out. I think there's still nice transitions to songs.
Absolutely. Like the title track Homegrown, it's like very, very chill. It's kind of like to ease you into the vibe of what the album's going for. Although the
That's the
second
vibe.
track, Tunes, is a little more high energy, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, but why wouldn't it be? You know, past the intro track, you kind of want something that's upbeat, you know, get you going. That's another thing I like is the how the track list was laid out. I think it all flows wonderfully, you know. I think it
And
was
even
very
the
well thought
color
out.
of the album cover, bro, the pink,
I love the pink.
the
Pink's
music
slay.
kind of feel or like when you know sometimes music's a color sometimes, and I think these songs are kind of pinkish, you know.
Well, bro, when you normally smoke weed, like what's the color that usually makes you feel, bro? Because mine's pink, I think.
Oh,
You
okay.
know,
I don't know, but I never thought about it like that.
yeah, because when you said that right now, it made me think like smoking weed is pink. It's like a feeling, you know,
Yeah.
very abstract, but also it's very warm, very welcoming, very gentle, you know. So yeah, like if the album cover was like straight black, you know, it would be a little jarring. So yeah,
Yeah,
I think you're
it
definitely
wouldn't
right.
match. I don't think it would match if it was black.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, but
But yeah,
man,
cartoons.
cartoons, fire,
Cartoons with two R's.
cartoons,
Like yeah, cartoons. His
cartoons.
name's Ben Carr, so you know.
Yeah, homegrown. Please listen to it on Bandcamp. It is on all platforms, but if you guys have Bandcamp,
Yeah.
just please listen to it on Bandcamp. You know, these artists
Well,
they get
buy it.
more.
Buy it on Bandcamp.
Yeah, and if you really enjoy it, buy it. Like
It's only
support.
$10 for the digital album. So
Yeah, and you get the high fidelity tracks if you buy it. You get to download them so you can go up in the woods and listen to it. You know, when you're out of service. But
yep.
yeah, wonderful, wonderful job on this record. We're big fans.
All right. So the next album, Shane Cooper and Mabuta. Sorry if I'm fucking that up.
Finish the
Finish the Sun.
sun.
Jazz?
Jazz,
Jazz? You
jazz.
guys already know. We listen to a lot of jazz, South African jazz. Um, according to the Bandcamp, you know, we're always quoting the Bandcamp guys here.
Yeah, I actually did just want to read out the Bandcamp description because it's so fascinating. I'm not actually sure if this record is on anything except Bandcamp. I've only been
No, I've
listening to it.
actually found it on Apple Music.
Oh, there you go. See, I didn't check Spotify. I just been on Bandcamp as of late. I haven't really been using Spotify because I get it for free. So you know, I don't even take advantage of the flex.
I feel that.
but uh, but yeah, finish this. I'm just gonna go ahead and read this description.
Go ahead.
The second offering from Shane Cooper and MABUTA, so this is their second album together in collaboration, I assume, is a glowing and energetic album rooted in grooves from all over the African continent. The six-piece outfit draws on influences from Mali, Nigeria, the Sahel, Morocco, and many other sounds that make up their native South Africa. Excuse me. The musical trip seamlessly dances through Afrobeat, Maskandi, I hope I said that right, funk, and hip hop to moments of cinematic beauty, all embedded with the subtle hints of 70s psychedelia. The core group of Shane Cooper, Okani Dyer, Sisokone uh, Sionti, I hope I said that right, and Robin Fassi invited international guests on drumming, including Jamie Pete, Arthur Hentec, Christopher Cantillo, and more. And here's a quote from Gwen Assell: "From a band that always dares to dream the different, Finish the Sun unfolds African musical landscapes remix, rich in idiomatic illusion, but with not a cliche in sight." I think that's wonderfully put. I think that's why I wanted to read that too, just because it gives such an apt description in such a short paragraph.
Bro, I'm gonna say this right now. We're 5 months in, but so far this is fighting for not just my jazz album of the year, but just my album of the year in general. This has been really refreshing to me and very inspirational. I'm fucking with all the rhythms on here, and I'm fucking with all the melodies on here, and the performances, they're nice and tight, and yeah, I love the album cover too. Well, I think album art's always important, and I think the album art, we can't show it, but it's like, is it a female? Well, it's just a human being laying in a pool of water, and it probably means something, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, I just want to do that. I just want to lay in a pool, listen to these, and just dissect them in my head, as much as I can.
Absolutely, it shows a person, seemingly a woman, laying in a body of water in a circle, and she's surrounded by these lavender rocks, and they're all pointed up differently, almost like Stonehenge, like a sundial, And there's a sun setting in the back with a gorgeous background. It's all very like mono. I don't know how to say, like it's like very 2D, but it's very vibrant. And what I got out of the album cover was you lay in the sun, you lay in this pool all day surrounded by these rocks, and the shadows move around you, maybe, but she's finishing the sun, like it's going up, and right here it's like in sunset or sunrise, and so like, even though the shadows move, the time moves, and the sun finishes, like what's stationary, what's consistent is her laying in that water, experiencing, that's what I took away from the cover.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's honestly gorgeous. Like I love to imagine what it might be like, laying there listening to these tracks, as you mentioned too, because this is a very serene, beautiful album. There's a movement going on in, I believe, let me look right here, South Africa, with the jazz scene, where all these different cultures are kind of blending together, different sounds, and that's put on full display here on Finish the Sun.
Yeah, it came out on Doc DOX Doc Records. So definitely gonna look out on this label. Yeah, I mean, I don't, and what's crazy is I haven't like looked up a video of them live or anything, so I don't know what they look like, and I don't know who Cooper is, but Shane Cooper and the MABUTA. I don't know if that's the band, but
yeah, we'll link their Bandcamp page in the description, as we always do.
Yeah, we'll have it. Yeah,
and then you can see they have a header with the different artists.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. But I don't know who Shane Cooper is.
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, he could be the person in the middle.
Possibly. Most of the time, the singer is, but there's no singer on here. Maybe he's a lead tenor. Yeah, but they do have videos as well posted on their Bandcamp of them playing live.
I think he's the bass player.
Possibly. They have a music video for Spirit Animal, which I thought was super psychedelic. They're all wearing like these green suits that they put effects over, and it's awesome. It's a great watch. Yeah. Like, it's very creative. I haven't really seen anything like it in terms of music production, and it fits the theme of the record very well.
Favorite track?
I was on a walk today with my dogs, listening to this again before the show, and I listened to the whole thing. I think it was like close to 30 minutes.
Yeah, they're both these albums aren't really long, so
I think it's 8 tracks.
No one will really have a problem listening to it, like both these albums in one day if they really wanted to.
Yeah, 8 tracks, but jazz pieces tend to be a little longer. Some of these songs can go from like 5 to 7 minutes at most.
Yeah.
But the very last song, I was actually tearing up at the horns at the end. I have a very soft spot, a very, very soft spot for horns, man. I love sensual tenor sax when they just hold a note and it's like, ooh, like that note's hitting, and it's like, it is pulling at my heart, bro. And they just hold it, and my emotions are like, fuck, when are you gonna let it go, dude? Like,
screaming. They're screaming.
Exactly. And it's like the sweetest It's the sweetest sound, man. I love. I believe it is Buddy Wells. Actually, I'm sorry, it says right here. Siscone Zonti as or Sionti, as I mentioned earlier, as one of the people on the record. They're actually on the tenor sax for the walk, and I made a note to check out the rest of the repertoire just because that song
Yeah.
stuck out to me so much.
Yeah, and that's what I like about having the guest on this. My favorite is Joe Berg poem. Oh, I love the Jay Dilla drumming on this, bro. You already know it's
Oh,
like you're a sucker
beautiful.
for the horns, but I'm sucker
Yeah.
for these like again like some call it drunk, like a drunk kind of drumming, but I
Yeah, kind
love
of.
the
It's in the pocket, it's kind of.
yeah, I love it. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I really love it. I love the intro. I mean, I actually like love all these songs.
Me too. I can listen to this
Yeah.
album front to back to front, middle to top, and then bottom and then up again. This shit's
Yeah.
awesome, bro.
Like I really have no problem listening to this album like from like beginning to end. It
and like
came
you
out
meant,
May 13th, 2022.
when it comes to like, especially right now, contemporary American jazz, and in small part the London jazz scene, I think too, a lot of the albums are very, I want to say, somber. They're very like reflective, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but they really embody like the bebop chaos from like the 40s and the 50s, like Melissa's Aldana's album, which you reviewed last time.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily melancholy, but it wasn't upbeat either, at least not on all parts. But for this album makes you feel like you're walking on a bright sunny beach, and you're looking at the sky, and the sky's looking at you, and you see a smile at you. That's really how this album makes me feel, like euphoric. It makes me feel like I'm alive, and I really can't get enough of this sound. And I have the fusion, as the description mentioned, of what is it here? Mali, Nigerian, Sahel, Morocco, and other sounds that make up native South Africa. That apparently is the flavor going on right now with the South African jazz scene. It's like getting Moroccan drums together with like a modern tenor sax. What does that
Yeah.
sound like? And to me, that's the beauty of jazz, is you can just kind of put it all together, see what you get. The possibilities are infinite.
I love the percussion, so much percussion. It looks like Shane Cooper did a lot of the percussion on this. And there's the different drummers on this. Yeah, not each song. There's a couple of repeats, but each song has a different drummer. So I think every drummer brings their own. That's how you hear it. Each drummer brings their own sound, and I don't know where those drums come from, but those drums sound different than when this guy plays on this song.
Yeah, and it honestly opens up my imagination to the possibilities, man. Music is so far beyond like our understanding of it, because like we meant, like I am very, very unfamiliar with the South African jazz. This
There's
album
too many
like,
pockets of music, bro.
exactly that. And it's like, to be well versed and like hear a drum pattern and be like, oh, that's a cumbia, would be like, oh, those are Moroccan. Like that excites me. That makes me think, fuck, I want to listen to more, I want to learn more. And maybe one day I can be like, yeah, this is actually it's the South African tune that I learned. And I'm gonna fuse a little bit of, I don't know, London jazz. I'm gonna fuse a little bit of 60s jazz, 60s American. Like, man, you guys can probably tell jazz is our favorite genre for a lot of reasons, at least mine.
It's been definitely one of my favorites, just because how refreshing and how like, I don't know, I just never get tired of it. There's always something that surprises me, because sometimes there's like a hip hop album, it kind of just sounds like, oh, another hip hop album, or a rock song. This like, oh, it kind of sounds like this old rock song from back in the day. Not everything, there's definitely bands breaking all that, and we've reviewed some of those bands like Turnstile and all this like,
that's what came to mind for me first too, is that like Turnstile reinvigorated the punk scene. For me.
and like yeah, but like jazz, it's just like actually like, it's actually like, I don't know, I wouldn't say it, but it feels like purely new music, like new melodies that I haven't heard, because sometimes pop music, it kind of just reuses, and sampling, when you sample, it's like reusing something old, so this feels brand new.
Yeah, that's a
At
big
least to
strength
me.
of jazz compared to pop music. I think you bring up a great point. Is that pop is like everything's been done. You know, what do? Is like you make something a little different, but not exactly brand new. You know, it's like anime. It's like no one's coming out with any new ideas. You know, it's just rehashing the same old stuff that's been out
Yeah,
forever. You know, with the little twist on it, and the little new characters. But
yeah,
with
because you could
jazz,
always point it back to something.
exactly
But
that.
there's drums here, drums and rhythms that and melodies to me that like they're not Western that I'm so used to hearing, and I don't have any reference point to that in my brain. And now I do because of this album. But like
Exactly that.
I can't listen to this album and like I can't name all the influences. Of course you can name a couple, you know, Coltrane, everyone's gonna be there, but all right, bro, we
Yeah.
got 10 more minutes on this. We haven't upgraded our thing, so
Yeah, we still broke. Y'all need to start watching
anything
our videos.
final words, couple minutes, final words of the
Bro,
album on Bandcamp.
I need
I
y'all to
found
share this video so we can
yeah.
buy a Zoom Premium.
Hey, I found this album on Bandcamp, so just go on Google and just type in new albums and go search around if you're having trouble looking for new music.
You
I
have
know it's
us.
the summer, bro. People
Yeah,
are dropping this summer, so I'm excited for the new music.
yeah, summer's a
We
big
already
time for
have
music.
ideas of the new episodes they're doing because so much things are dropping. So, you know,
Absolutely. We're gonna be working a lot this summer, guys. Now that class is out of session, you know, I don't really have class too much over the summer. And you know, I'm really waiting for fall semester for my personal life to pick up pace again, like, you know, start working a lot more. So we plan on dropping a lot more consistently. I think this is our most consistent we've been from one episode to the next.
yeah,
Right? Like
I'm gonna
I
drop
don't know.
this tomorrow.
Hey, there you go. You listened to this yesterday.
And hopefully next one we're doing in person.
Yeah, as we
I'll
mentioned on
shake
the
your hand.
last episode. Yeah. Smoke a blunt, shake your hand, bro.
Yeah.
You know, shout outs.
Shout out Shane Cooper and all the other amazing artists who played on these songs.
Thank you guys so
Same
much.
thing with Homegrown and Carrtoons. Shout out all the featured artists singing and everyone contributing on that. God bless music, bro. I think in the world, you know, there was that shooting in Texas in the world right now. I think music's the only thing that's pure and really honestly bringing me joy because I can't really be looking at the news right now and shit. But
Yeah, it's been
you
kind
know,
of a
so
dark couple weeks, and you know, my condolences and my heart goes out to all the families affected by these tragedies going on across the country. Our hearts are with you. We love you, and you know, if for some discernible reason somebody listening to this has been affected, we hope you find joy in these albums. You know, they've brought
yeah,
us a lot of joy.
yeah, and yeah, just shout out music, bro, and shout, you know, prayers out. I'm not really a religious man, but prayers out to all those families and all those kids.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I don't know. Any shout outs for you?
For me, you know, again, these Shane Cooper, MABUTA, Carrtoons. Um, thank you guys so much for making the last couple weeks for me a lot brighter. You know, just listening to you guys, discovering new things about myself that I didn't know I enjoyed. You know, music's a beautiful, beautiful world. It is the inverse of entropy. You know, it is like the more it gets, the more beautiful it gets. It doesn't get more muddied. You know, that's how I feel about jazz music.
I think if everyone played an instrument, bro, or did something like I don't know, I just feel like it would be a better place.
Yeah,
Honestly,
go out there, play some
music.
keys or something, guys.
Oh
Can't think
yeah,
of anything. This has been the Modern Cast. I'm Christian
another
again.
one, another
Yeah.
one in the books.
In the books.
Signing off. We got 6 minutes. We could talk. We got a little time. 6 minutes.
She
Let's see.
fucking.
We might have a concert in my backyard music festival. So
Yes, anybody personally familiar with us, be on the lookout. We're going to be in Brawley, California. Hopefully just throwing a bit of a bash, you know, celebrating a lot of the artists that are local to where we grew up. You know, we don't find
yeah,
ourselves there anymore, but we want to, you know, kind of cherish and bring up a lot of the people that we grew up with that are now passionate about music. You know, including ourselves. We'll be having a goat head set and a bear box set.
yeah. And I don't know, you know, I don't know how many subscribers are local people that we grow up with, you know. And if you guys are people we've grown up with, in our town, because we do post this stuff on social media, and those people who do follow us, leave a comment and let me know if you guys would, if we had a festival or something, you would go. Um, we like for people to comment more. We've gotten up 20 subscribers. We've gone up 20 subscribers, bro.
20 real ass G's, yo.
20 people listening to the words we speak.
And shout out to all our subscribers. Shout out to everybody that's very consistent with our uploads. And most of all, honestly, even if you don't like the videos or you don't leave comments, but you check out the music, I appreciate that more than anything.
Honestly, check out the music.
Yeah, if you never say anything, if you don't go to our shows, you don't listen to our music, like, I thank you guys for like looking at what we recommend, because we recommend this, because this is like, we recommend these, excuse me, because these are things we listen to. These are things we think genuinely are fruitful, and they make the world a better place, to put it in a dramatic way. But man, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you to the podcast in general, because we've been listening to a lot of music, bro. This is the most music I think I've consistently listened throughout the year. I've listened to a lot of music, but we're like, because we have to listen to these albums, it's been a lot. It's been influential. So
absolutely. When I'm auxing at parties too, man, it happens way more often when people coming up to me. Oh, what was that? What was this? I'll play that again. I'll put that on my phone. We're connoisseurs now. Amateur connoisseurs.
All right, then, bro. We'll cut it right here. Love you. Love the fans. Love the subscribers. Leave a like. Subscribe.
Absolutely. Keep loving everybody, y'all. Peace to the world.
Look into the descriptions. There'll be information, description, links to all our shit, everything.
So follow us on Instagram.
Yep. All right. Deuce.